Hi everybody, today we're going to focus on international trade and I've broken up the chapter into two videos. The first one is going to be based on these learning intentions, the reason why Ireland trades, to differentiate between the balance of trade and balance of payments, and to analyse the main components of the balance of payments account. So what is international trade then? It's simply the exchange, which is the buying and selling or importing and exporting of goods and services across international territories. That import and exporting of goods then and services would generally be by sea, by air or by road. So why does Ireland trade? So the first and probably main reason is we don't have everything we need in Ireland, okay, especially some fruits such as oranges, bananas. Okay, so it gives us a greater choice of goods that we wouldn't have available otherwise. Secondly, it's a larger market, okay, because Ireland is a very, very small market in terms of international population. So a firm, if they want to make more money, needs to export their goods. Alright, so we go especially to our free trade area in the EU, and that's a big advantage there. Also to USA, Japan, etc. Okay, so it helps to track MNCs, so we get foreign direct investment, FDI. So MNCs such as Intel, Microsoft, Facebook, Google, they all locate in Ireland due to international trade, and that provides a valuable source of revenue, alright, through the corporation tax, which remember is 12.5%. It provides extra jobs, especially in the shipping and processing industries, so actually the physical jobs of exporting and importing. Lastly, it leads to lower prices due to large scale production and more competition. Okay, so companies benefit from economies of scale, and that means consumers get lower prices, so it's good for all. So exports then refer to the production and sale of domestic goods and services to other countries. So in other words, money is coming into Ireland. So I'm just going to write money entering. Okay, and that's important when it comes to our visible and invisible exports. So visible exports are physical goods, okay, sold to other countries. So big examples that we have of our money makers will be beef and dairy, the agricultural industry. Invisible exports then can sometimes confuse people, and they are services, okay, sold to other countries. So for example, U2 playing a concert in New York. Okay, and if we go back to the whole idea of the money entering Ireland, in both situations here, even though physical goods are leaving, money's coming back in to Ireland. And in the invisible exports, U2 are playing a concert in New York, but they're bringing the money they earned back in to Ireland. So if we follow the money, we shouldn't get confused. Imports then, again, money's leaving Ireland. Okay, even though physical goods are coming in, money is leaving. Okay, and that's important, same distinction as we had with exports. So imports are buying foreign goods and services, again broken up to invisible and visible. So visible are the physical goods that are brought from foreign countries, and that's your example with bananas, okay, from Brazil. Invisible imports are services then bought from foreign countries, okay. An example again, something similar, The Weeknd playing a concert in Croke Park. Okay, so in both situations, what's happening is money's leaving the country, and when The Weeknd plays a concert, he brings his earnings back with him. So that gives us our two balances then. The balance of trade is the difference between visible, okay, visible imports and visible exports. The balance of payments then is the difference between the total. Okay, so that's total imports and exports, both visible and invisible. The balance of payments then is made up of three parts. Okay, and they are the balance of payments on the current account, and that shows the difference between total exports and total imports. And the balance of payments on the capital account then shows the country's receipts and payments for capital items over a period of time. The last one then is the financial account, and this shows foreign financial transactions, okay, and liabilities such as the foreign companies investing in Ireland. Okay, we're going to take a look at the three of those in detail now. Okay, so the current account is fairly simple, and it's what we've covered already, our visible trade or our balance of trade. So it's visible exports, less visible imports. Again, you're trading in goods, physical goods. Whereas our invisible trade then is our balance of payments. Okay, and that's your trade and services. So they're the main components of the current account. The main components of the capital account then, slightly more, they're the investments by foreign companies or individuals in Ireland, investment by Irish companies and individuals abroad, borrowing or grants from foreign sources, so that would be things like the EU, and grants and loans to foreign recipients. Okay. The financial accounts then in more detail again, so that's direct investment. Alright, and that's the net investment of foreign companies in buildings and machinery specifically. Okay, so that would be an example there would be Microsoft investing 100 million on their factory in Sandyford. Portfolio investment would be acquisition of and disposal of equity and debt securities. So that, in simple terms, is the amount of money foreign companies spend or receive when they buy and sell shares. Okay, then you've got other investments, and they are loans, deposits, etc. So that's the amount of money foreign companies have as deposits or what they borrow from Irish banks. Your reserve assets, and that's controlled by the central bank. Okay, and so that's any money that's held in foreign reserves, so foreign currencies, or gold, etc. And then net errors and omissions kind of gives them their get-out clause. Right, so that allows for any discrepancies or miscalculations. Right, it's virtually impossible to account for every single euro because you are talking about massive sums of money here. Okay, so just to recap what we've covered in international trade today. So we've discussed the reasons why Ireland trades. We've differentiated between the balance of trade and the balance of payments, and we've analysed the main components of the three parts. So thanks, and see you next time.